Guys, welcome back to today's video. Today we're going to be doing a eyeshadow palette declutter. I know how much you guys love these. I love these videos too, and I figure with the end of 2022, start of 2023, I have been working on decluttering my makeup collection, and it's been so, I can't even describe to you guys how nice it has been to declutter, and I've just been enjoying my makeup collection so much more since I've been decluttering over these past couple of months. And eyeshadow palettes is definitely the one thing in my collection I think I have the most of. Sorry, Gizzy's walking around. And also, I am sick right now. I've been sick for a week, so I'm sorry I sound like junk. And yeah, that is why I'm still sick, and I absolutely cannot stand it, so I'm sorry. You guys are excited to see my eyeshadow palettes, and hopefully going to be decluttering a bunch of these today because I cannot keep all of these. It's just too much, and I feel like the less I have, the more I can enjoy my collection. Also, doing declutters, it makes me appreciate my makeup more because I know what I have. Start off with this, which is probably the most newer palette in my collection. This is the ColourPop Vibe Check eyeshadow palette. I got this in PR. It's the collab that they're doing with Target, and I really like this. I've used it maybe twice so far, and I really don't have that many ColourPop eyeshadow palettes, so I'm gonna keep this. This is OPV Beauty Spotlight. I think I got this from BoxyCharm. This is a really pretty eyeshadow palette, I will say, but I feel like I'm not going to use this. I really like these colors over here. I'm just going to declutter it. An old Bad Habit palette called Divine, and these were all dupes for like Natasha Denona. I don't use this one too much. I'm going to put this in the maybe pile. Love this palette. I use this a lot this year. It's the Flower Beauty and Charlie's Angels eyeshadow palette. Now, it doesn't look like much, but I love the shimmers, particularly this one, Angel's Eye, and then I really like the mattes in here. I used this a lot, so I'm going to hold on to that. I really like this palette too. It is Leora's collab with Ofra. I loved how my makeup came out when I did a look using this. I have like a whole video on it, I believe. And you also get a highlighter, a blush, and a bronzer. Definitely gonna hold on to this because I really loved Leora's collab. It is called Mini Mix Beyond Words. A bunch more of these old palettes from Bad Habit. This is the Aphrodite palette from Bad Habit. This is a dupe for the Huda Beauty, and I want to hang on to that one. I have these two palettes. This is the Bad Habit Cult Mania, and these were dupes for Pat McGrath, so that's Cult Mania. This one is Mythos. The shimmers in here are really, really pretty. This is so hard. Look at that green, by the way. Like, so absolutely gorgeous. Holy cow. I have these two palettes from Ciate and Iris Afel. These came out this year. I really liked this shimmer shade right here, but there's nothing really too special about these eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to declutter this one, and this is called More is More, Less is a Bore, and I'll keep this one. This palette still all the time, the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette. It is very well loved. I'm going to declutter these two CoverGirl palettes. They're really old, and I kept telling myself, oh, I'll use them, and then I didn't, so I'm just going to declutter them finally. I have talked about this palette before. It's the BFF collab from BH with Alondra and Elsie. It's such a pretty palette. It's such a shame what happened to BH, and I love this blue color. This is the Bad Habit Pretty Poison eyeshadow palette. I liked this palette because there's a lot of nice purples in here that I feel like I don't have in any other palette. So that's why I held on to this one. I'm going to declutter this Luna palette. It is, you know, it is the old Bad Habit, and it's a dupe for Norvina. But I'm just going to get rid of it. Don't need it. Then I have Norvina and Modern Renaissance. So Norvina, I used to use this palette a lot. And then I like stopped using it. I don't know why, but it's such a mess too. I like undecided about this. Modern Renaissance. This is so old. I had like such a love affair with this color scheme. I actually feel bad getting rid of this. Oh man, what to do? Like, it is so old. When did I can't even remember when I got this. Does it have a year? You guys, I think I'm gonna declutter this. It's really old. Okay, I should just declutter it. I'm gonna declutter these from Rimmel. I just don't use them. Magnify, Reloaded, and Spice Edition. They're pretty, but I'm gonna get rid of them. The Lilo & Stitch Ohana eyeshadow palette. I did a video on this collection. I got this in PR. I'm gonna declutter this. I had a lot of fun using it, but I know I'm not gonna use it. VIP Desert Dream eyeshadow palette. I also really like these palettes, but I don't know if they sell this one anymore. It is, I love the packaging on these. I'm gonna put it in maybe. This is Profusion Blush and Glow 1. I'm gonna declutter this. That's not even an eyeshadow palette. Urban Decay Born to Run. This is super pretty. I haven't also used this in a really, really long time. It's very like weighted. Emily Edit. Such a pretty palette. I still really like this palette. I just forgot about it. Then we have, I forgot about this too, Jaclyn Hill Volume 2. It's because I keep all these big palettes at the bottom. I forgot how colorful this palette was. This is like a summer palette. My goodness. It's a very, very vibrant. But I still love the Jaclyn Hill palette, so I'll hold on to those. Okay, this drawer is reorganized and cleaned out. Oh, I forgot one. Now let's move on to this bottom drawer. Then we have this palette from Juvia's Place. And I really love this eyeshadow palette. The pinks do stain, but it's like my fun, colorful, vibrant palette. I don't really have anything insanely colorful like this, so I will hang on to that. Then I have my Profusion palettes, the Siennas, which I love this palette. It is so pretty. Gonna hang on to that. I think, was this a holiday palette? I can't remember, but I also love this palette, so I don't want to let it go. This is the Wanderlust palette from Profusion. I think I'm gonna declutter this one, but I need to get rid of some stuff here. Have this Revolution Chilled palette, and it's like CBD and whatnot. Lots of greens in here. Of these shades, this one, and this one aren't supposed to be used on the eye, but the rest of them can be used on the eye. I'm trying to think if I'm actually gonna use this palette. Like, I love greens. I don't use them that much. I'm gonna add this to maybe. Okay, then I have, this is so old, Violet Voss and Laura Lee. I'm going to declutter this once and for all. It's a really fun palette, but it's just disgustingly old. This is the Sunrise Impressionism palette from FOC Allure. I'm going to declutter that. I'm not going to use it. We have, oh, this is actually new. I got this in BoxyCharm. It's my Natasha Denona Zendo palette. this is a fun palette. Definitely not colors I use like on an everyday basis, but I'm gonna hang on to it because I still need to play around with it, and it's Natasha Denona. It's my only Natasha Denona palette, so we'll hold on to her. Such a pretty eyeshadow palette. It's from What's Up Beauty. Oh my gosh, I forgot about this and I love it. This is like a indie brand, and when I wore this, everyone was asking me what I was wearing. So love this palette. It's really fun. This is the Kristen Dominique Celestial Thunder palette. I'm gonna declutter this. This is the She Glam Spring It On palette. I'm gonna declutter that. Not gonna use it. Then we have this LA Girl Mastery eyeshadow palette, which I actually really like this one. The Artistry eyeshadow palette. I'm trying to think if I should keep this one or declutter it. I like the blues. This is tough. I'd probably declutter this one. Is something I got in PR. It's this Hard Candy eyeshadow palette. It's actually pretty good. I was pretty impressed by this. It's the Future Visions Marquee. This palette from Hard Candy, which I used in a lot of like Dollar Tree makeup tutorials because it was like a palette I found at Dollar Tree palette. These are so pretty. The Essence, this is my Rose Will Go On. These little 6 pans are such good quality. I really like those. This is the Hard Candy, another Dollar Tree find, Galactic Eyes palette. This is also really fun. The packaging is so dang bulky. This is an Iconic London. It's like a glitter palette. I feel like I've showed this to you guys before. It's so incredibly messy. Holy cow, it is really pretty, but it's very messy. Carly Bible. It's so hard for me to get rid of this though because I love these colors and I love the highlights and stuff in here. These Almay palettes. This is the Brown Eyes one, the Blue Eyes one, and then this is the, I think this one's Hazel Eyes. These are actually really nice. I know they don't seem like much, but they are nice little palettes. Is it Essence? Yeah. This is the Dancing Greens. So pretty. Okay guys, so here is what my drawers are looking like down here now that I decluttered. It's really hard to like organize this stuff well because some palettes are small, some are bigger. So trying to layer everything nicely is a little bit hard and challenging. But this is my bottom drawer. And then this is my other eyeshadow palette drawer. Now I was able to declutter today 13 palettes. Well, 12 plus that one random Profusion face palette. So I'm happy about that for sure. And I feel so much lighter. And I actually have another part coming up that will be in the next video because I have my Alex drawer full of palettes and then I have tons of palettes on top of my Alex drawers. So that will be in part 2. So stay tuned for that. But that is what I was able to do today. So 13 palettes gone. And I feel like, you know, I honestly didn't even like buy any eyeshadow palettes this year that I can think of. Yeah, I don't think I did. I cannot think of one eyeshadow palette that I bought this year, you guys. I just had got some in PR, which honestly makes me super happy that I did not buy any. I feel very proud of that. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this eyeshadow declutter part 1. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy declutters. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.